Aquarius, I just had such a lovely time channeling and receiving all of these downloads, which are coming through for Aries season. I trust you've been doing well. I just have like a giant grin on my face because the cards that I first pulled are very strong. What was coming through in the channeled message, you were literally in a submarine, and it's like you were searching for Atlantis, or you were searching for these rare forms of fish that no one else had discovered, or quite simply like searching for treasure. It didn't really seem like in a material sense, though. It seemed like from a subconscious place where you have been doing so much emotional work or unlocking certain paradigms by deep diving. It's like you're really finding this inner gold or this new information that's going to completely transcend and elevate not only you, but who you're meant to connect with. So it's clear a lot of you have been just doing a lot of this deep, intense spiritual work that you now want to bring to the surface and share with other people. There was an energy of a raven that came through. I'm not sure the exact symbolism around a raven, but it meant for me intuitively when I was channeling that there's kind of like these pockets of death, not in a literal sense in this channeled energy, but that there are pockets of people that are grieving or that are transmuting a lot of energy. And there's a lot of money for you to be made in terms of the knowledge that you're cultivating or a service that you could provide. It's like you are, or you have the opportunities to be in these pockets to help these kind of people, and you're going to be rewarded handsomely, whether that's with physical wealth or love or gratitude or connection, whatever you're trying to cultivate. But it does seem the knowledge and the breakthroughs that you've experienced, you're in a position to share that knowledge with other people right now, or this kind of like new way of thinking or these new treasures that you found. It's like, okay, I'm going to make sure that I'm taken care of and that my energy is safeguarded. But then I want to share and disseminate all of this knowledge so that people can also go inward and find their own inner nirvana or inner Atlantis type vibe. There is also an energy of a swing on a beach and this kind of like joy and levity and pleasure from something so simple, like being on a swing when you were a little child and having so much fun. It's almost too like when you can let yourself go and just enjoy the moment and enjoy this type of pleasure or fun, more downloads are going to be coming in, or more ideas, or even just more opportunity for pleasure. Because then other people are kind of like looking, you're like, oh yeah, like that is such a beautiful way of having fun. Like, how come we never did that? And so it doesn't have to be swinging on a swing, but these little pockets of having fun are available to you. And I think it's going to bring in more inspiration and more joy. And also too, if you are one to just like hop on a swing, whether it's on a playground or you can find a swing on a beach, that would be a vibe. But just kind of like utilizing that forward momentum and being in the air and going back and forth. I do think there's something there in terms of like downloads coming in, or for those of you that do bungee jumping or skydiving where you're moving through air. Aries season, fire, Aquarius, air, they're very compatible. So I think there's something there in terms of beautiful, fun, pleasurable activities that are also going to bring in new innovative ideas. And the last thing that came through right when I was closing the channel was a gecko. So that could also just be a little wink or a nod if you see that, or a lizard, of being like, yeah, like let's follow this, or noting your thoughts when that comes through. The cards that I pulled, Three of Cups with the Star and the Empress. I think these are some of the best initial cards that I've pulled for any sign, Aquarius. So, I mean, yeah, community, friendship, wanting to be of service in these pockets, or even just dreams coming true. That's such a strong symbolism with the star, hope, faith, renewal. And also, this is your card, Aquarius, literally. So, knowing which groups of people, which friends, which community is rising you up, where you feel completely aligned, that you want to be of service, you want to have fun with, and knowing that these new ideas are being birthed. I also just think like something innovative is coming to the surface with that submarine channel. Like you have now found this new pocket, this new land, this new experience that you want to share with people, whether you formulate it in a book or content or a service. There's something here that you're like, I'm meant to shine and be radiant and to connect with people and to literally give birth to this experience, to this idea, to this knowledge that I have. Literally, Aquarius for me is always spilling the tea, sharing this water, this knowledge with other people, and to bring forth even greater joy in communities that you interact with, which I think is very beautiful. Of course, Empress energy can quite literally mean giving birth to a child, or that you're getting everything ready to birth this new dream, this new idea, this new expansion of yourself, this new activation that you're wanting to bring forth. So I think that's very beautiful. And for some of you, it's like you're just now finding your groove in terms of the friends and the loved ones that you really feel inspired by, that you want to connect with, that fill you up. And it just feels so good to be around those people that you're like, oh, this is just bringing in so much more levity and more energy for me to expand and to create and to live out my soul purpose. So definitely making sure that if you're not in that space, taking time to reevaluate and see who you're giving your energy to. And this can also just be a complete overhaul with all different types of relationships in your life, colleagues, clients, family, friends, lovers, and being like, if they're not sparking joy, if we're not being able to enjoy these experiences together, then maybe I'm wanting to take a step back and focus on the relationships that are reciprocated. We're filling those cups together back and forth so I can continue expanding and giving birth to new energies that I know are going to be of service to me and others. And the sun is like shining right through in this moment. So I think that's a very good nod from the universe as well. What else is coming through for Aquarius this Aries season? 4 more cards, please. Yeah, the notion of whistling keeps coming through in terms of like you're just loving life, or you're in this period right now where it's like everything feels great, everything feels amazing. It's like I can literally just like, it's like skipping down the street and just having so much fun and just whistling to yourself. And also too, it's like noting, it's like when birds are singing and connecting with one another, it's like know the tune, know the frequency that you're moving to know what it feels like when you're with other like-minded people, where there's no confusion. It's like, no, we're both kind of singing the same song. We're both on the same frequency. Like, let's harmonize and share this message together. Like, I do think there's something here where there might be new collaborations, new alliances, new friendships that are going to expand upon your dreams. This can even be hiring people onto your team as you are now growing and expanding. You know that you need someone for marketing. You know you need someone to model your clothes or your products. Like, you're wanting to bring in more people that are aligned with your vision to help you grow and expand together. Yes, very that. All right, 4 more cards, please. I also feel the energy of like getting your tongue stuck to ice. It's like, oh, like, no, like that wasn't it. So sometimes like, sometimes I affiliate ice with Scorpio energy, like fixed water. So if you're being playful or frisky with the Scorpio, maybe you feel like you can't get away, or that you're like literally stuck to that energy. And also to like, don't focus your energy on kind of like cold or restrictive things for too long, because you might literally get stuck to that. So if you have a thought, or there's like someone really icy in your life, it's like, no, I don't really need to be around that person for too long because it's not actually serving me. Or if you're having fun with a Scorpio, resume as you please. Yeah, and even seeing like the wing of a phoenix like going up. So even just for yourself, that transmutation, that ascension into a more powerful, aligned version of yourself. And also, I'm sure whether it's romantically or just connection wise, that Scorpios might be a good energy for you to connect with this Aries season. Good. And I'm also just seeing like angels and just kind of like these wings being birthed from you. So it's like you really being seen as this benevolent figure that people are coming to right now in times of need. Yes, so 5 of Wands with Temperance. And then we also have the Hierophant with the High Priestess. This is what I'm saying as well, Aquarius. I think really people are coming to you in moments of need, and they're like, we want to be around you. We want to be in your energy, want to learn from you, want to grow from you. Also knowing that your intuition is going to be on fire right now in terms of how you want to move forward, different types of mentors or different type of energies that you want to be around, maybe a Taurus as well with that Hierophant being present, or a Sagittarius, or even potentially too, if there's a Sagittarius you've been butting heads with or is just no longer aligned relationship, you can let that go. But I also think that people are really anxious, stressed right now, how they can use their passion, their dreams, and move forward with that. And that can even be you as well, that as you're growing, expanding, you might come up to certain energies where you're feeling like you're stuck or there's just so much competition. You might have that dream or that vision, but then you get in your head and say, well, this person's already doing it, or that person's been doing it, or they've been doing it for longer. Like, do I stack up? Do I measure up? Am I going to be able to really cultivate and give birth to this amongst all the chaos and frenetic energy that may be at play, whether that's internally in your own mind and self or externally in the world? And that temperance as well as like balance. And that even came through in the channel message, right? Of like doing that deep emotional work in the submarine, but then also having fun on the swing. And I think that came through also in the Pisces reading last time as well. Pisces season is like enjoy, but also bring it back to balance to make sure that all the work that you're doing in the spiritual, physical realm is also getting to be reciprocated and enjoyed and not just work, work, work. That's definitely coming through here because it just seems what we have literally 5 major arcana out of the 7 cards that I pulled. So lots of activation. And you also might just be intuitively feeling called to learn from certain people or study under certain people. I also just think as well, it's like the notion of marriage is just going to be like, is this something I want to pursue right now? Is this a good use of my time? Is this what I want with this person? Or is there maybe something better out there? I always kind of feel like the Hierophant there is kind of like this Pope, Papist, union energy where it's like, or even just the notion of traditional ways of doing things. You're like, everyone else is doing this, but in true Aquarius fashion, I want to do that. Or it's like, this worked for these people, but I know and trust in my vision. I trust in my community. I trust in my intellect is going to lead me to this place. So it's also just re-examining tradition, power dynamics, structure, people of influence in your life, or how you've been influenced before, and if that's actually serving you or not. And that could also be, it's like, okay, well, everyone else is doing one thing. Should I be doing this? No. I'm going to chill, come back to myself, balance out these energies in my mind so that I can show up in the world in the way that is intuitively aligned for me. And also too, having the High Priestess here is just such a benevolent card of protection, knowing that you are being divinely guided, really trusting your intuition right now. And I think that's, again, going back to the swing metaphor of like channeling that air and fire energy, or even just like movement or working out or doing something where you can implement both of those elements will allow for some more aligned intuitive downloads to come in. If you're feeling stuck or just need that little extra bit of encouragement from the universe, play with that and see what comes through, okay? Fabulous. So that is my general reading for this Aries season. If this reading resonated and you want to say thank you, all contributions to support this content creation are always appreciated. The link to our PayPal can be found in our bio. Currently, my books are closed. However, they will be reopening for one-on-one readings in April. So stay tuned for that announcement, and please feel free to tag and share with other Aquarians who could benefit from this reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful Aries season, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.